Namaste children. This lesson is for class 6th Andhra Pradesh state syllabus students. The last casket. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj is the founder of Maratha dynasty and a warrior king of the Maratha or Maharashtra people. He is also known as Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Chhatrapati Shivaji was born in the Shivneri fort in Maharashtra on 19th February 1630. At 15 years, he conquered the Torna fort. He became the biggest enemy of Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb. Shivaji first expressed his concept for Hindavi Swarajya, that is, Indian self-rule. Shivaji once attacked the city of Surat, which was under the Mughals then. The Englishmen who lived in Surat fled for safety. Though they escaped, their belongings were taken away. Once Shivaji attacked the city of Surat, which was under the Mughals' rule then, at that time. So the Englishmen, out of fear, those who were living in Surat, ran away for their safety. Though they escaped, their belongings were taken away because they left all their belongings and left Surat. The army of Shivaji took the belongings of those Englishmen. ఒకసారి శివాజీ సూరత్ నగరం మీద ఆక్రమణం చేశారు. అప్పుడు ఆ సూరత్ నగరం మొఘల్స్ పరిపాలనలో ఉండేది. అక్కడ కొంతమంది ఇంగ్లీష్ వాళ్ళు కూడా ఉంటుండేవారు. వాళ్ళు వాళ్ళ సేఫ్టీ కోసం వాళ్ళ తాలూకా ఆస్తులు అన్ని వదిలేసి పారిపోయారు. The attack shook Adam Smith and his nephew John. Adam Smith was particularly upset because he had lost what he valued most, a small gold casket containing a beautiful picture of his dead wife, inlaid with rubies and diamonds. The attack made Adam Smith to feel very, very sad. Not only Adam Smith, but also his nephew John. He was upset only for one thing, because he lost a very valuable thing. What is that? A small gold casket. Casket means what? A small decorated box for holding jewelry or other valuable things. He lost that because that box had a very beautiful picture of his dead wife, and that box was decorated with rubies and diamonds. It is a very valuable thing for him because it is a memory of his dead wife. ఆ ఆక్రమణ యాడమ్ స్మిత్ని అతని తాలూకా మేనల్లుడు నెఫ్యూని చాలా బాధ పెట్టాయి. ఎందుకంటే యాడమ్ స్మిత్ ఆ ఆక్రమణలో తనకి చాలా అపురూపమైన ఒక గోల్డ్ బాక్స్ని కోల్పోయాడు. ఆ గోల్డ్ బాక్స్ అతని భార్య తాలూకా చిహ్నం. అతని భార్య చచ్చిపోయింది. ఆ గోల్డ్ బాక్స్లో చాలా విలువైన రుబీస్, డైమండ్స్తో పొదగబడి ఉన్నది. John came up with a plan to recover the casket. He decided to go into the Maratha country secretly along with a companion. So now John had a plan, made up a plan to get back the casket. So what he did, he decided to go to Maratha country very secretly, along with a companion, along with a friend. జాన్ అప్పుడు ఒక ప్లాన్ వేశాడు, ఎలాగో అలాగా ఆ బాక్స్ని తిరిగి పొందాలని. ఏం చేశాడు, ఆ మరాఠా కంట్రీ, మహారాష్ట్ర ఉన్న కంట్రీకి వెళ్ళి, ఆ రాజ్యానికి వెళ్ళి చాలా సీక్రెట్గా వెళ్ళి ఆ బాక్స్ని తిరిగి పొందాలని నిర్ణయించుకున్నాడు. తనతో తన స్నేహితుడిని కూడా తీసుకుని వెళ్ళాడు. మెనీ డేస్ లేటర్ దే ఓవర్టుక్ ఏ ట్రైన్ ఆఫ్ బుల్లక్ కార్ట్స్ carrying all the spoils of war to Raigad. John and his companion were taken prisoners. అయితే వాళ్ళు చాలా రోజుల తర్వాత ఏ ట్రైన్ ఆఫ్ బుల్లక్ కార్ట్స్, అంటే బుల్లక్ కార్ట్స్ తాలూకా సమూహాన్ని క్రాస్ చేశారు. ఆ బుల్లక్ కార్ట్స్లో ఏంటి, ఆ సూరత్లో కొల్లగొట్టబడ్డ ఖరీదైన వస్తువులన్నీను వేసుకుని వాళ్ళు రాయగడికి వెళ్తున్నారు. అయితే అక్కడున్న సైనికులు ఈ జాన్ని, అతని స్నేహితుడిని బందీలుగా పట్టుకున్నారు. స్పాయిల్స్ మీన్స్ గూడ్స్ టేకెన్ బై ఎన్ ఆర్మీ దట్ హ్యాస్ వన్ ఏ బ్యాటిల్. At the darbar, the spoils of Surat had been spread out. A rich carpet was spread high with gold, silver, diamonds, rubies, and emeralds. At Shivaji Maharaj's darbar, all the valuable things that were brought from Surat were kept item-wise separately on a rich carpet. So in that, gold items were there, silver items were there, diamonds were there, rubies were there, and emeralds were there. శివాజీ మహారాజు గారి దర్బార్లో సూరత్ నుండి వచ్చిన అతి విలువైన వస్తువులన్నీను ఒక ఖరీదైన కార్పెట్ మీద ఐటమ్ వైజ్ సెపరేట్ చేసి ఉంచారు. దేర్ along with the rest of the loot stood the casket. Now John saw Shivaji for the first time. He wondered how to get a private audience with the king. Luckily for him, Shivaji was curious about the Englishman in his court. So there, that means in that lot, that casket was also there. For John, it was the first time to see Shivaji Maharaj. So now he hoped how to get a private meeting, conference with the king. And here John was very lucky because Shivaji also got curious to see that Englishman in his court. So అలా పేర్చబడ్డ చాలా విలువైన వస్తువులతో ఈ జాన్ తాలూకా క్యాస్కెట్ కూడా ఉన్నది. జాన్ శివాజీని అదే మొదటిసారి చూడడం, ఎలాగ శివాజీ మహారాజ్ తోటి ఏకాంతంగా కలిసే అవకాశం వస్తుంది అని ఆలోచిస్తున్నాడు. శివాజీ మహారాజ్ కూడా ఆ ఇంగ్లీషు వ్యక్తిని తన దర్బార్లో చూసి తను కూడా చాలా ఆశ్చర్యపోయాడు, ఈ ఇంగ్లీష్ వ్యక్తి తన దర్బార్లో ఏం చేస్తున్నాడు అని. వాట్ బ్రింగ్స్ యూ టు రాయగఢ్? ఆస్క్డ్ శివాజీ. జాన్ టోల్డ్ హిమ్ ద హోల్ స్టోరీ. Shivaji listened. He explained that everything was now the property of the state and it would be unfair to his people to give away even a part of it. He added that he was freeing John, but that he would have to leave Raigad within 3 days. Now Shivaji Maharaj asked the reason of coming to Raigad. John told the complete story. Shivaji Maharaj explained that it is not good to give anything from that loot to anybody else because that entire loot belongs to the state and the people of his kingdom. But he said that he would free John on one condition. What is that? John should leave Raigad within 3 days. శివాజీ మహారాజు జాన్ చూసి రాయగఢ్కి వచ్చిన కారణాన్ని అడుగుతాడు. జాన్ శివాజీ మహారాజుకి అంతా చెప్తాడు. అంతా విన్న తర్వాత శివాజీ మహారాజు ఆ సూరత్ నుండి తెచ్చిన చాలా విలువైన సామాన్ల నుండి ఏ వస్తువుని ఎవరికి ఇచ్చే అధికారం తనకు లేదని చెప్తాడు. ఎందుకంటే వాటి మీద పూర్తి హక్కులు తన రాజ్యంలోనే ఉన్న ప్రజలకి సంబంధించింది. అందుకోసం తను ఏమీ చేయలేనని చెప్తాడు. కానీ జాన్ని బందీ నుండి విముక్తుడిని చేసి పంపించడానికి యాక్సెప్ట్ చేస్తాడు ఒక కండిషన్ మీద. ఏంటి అంటే జాను 3 రోజుల్లోగా ఆ రాయగఢ్ని విడిచి వెళ్ళిపోవాలి. The next evening, John went to a lonely part of the fort, which overlooked the surrounding country. After watching the sunset, he turned to go back. Ahead of him, he saw a single Maratha soldier walking, head down, as if lost in thought. The next minute, John realized with shock that the soldier was being stalked by 3 men. The next evening, John went to a lonely part of the fort, and from there, the entire surrounding places were looked very clearly. And there he watched the sunset, and after that, he wanted to go back. But he noticed ahead of him a single Maratha soldier was walking, keeping his head down, as if he lost in some thoughts. The next minute, John realized one thing. What was that? This solitary soldier was being followed by some people, some 3 people, in a threatening way. That means something bad would happen to that soldier. ఆ మొన్నటి సాయంత్రం జాన్ ఆ దుర్గంలోని ఒక ఏకాంతమైన ప్రదేశానికి వెళ్తాడు. అక్కడ ఎవరు లేరు. అక్కడ నుండి చుట్టుపక్కల ప్రదేశాలు చాలా క్లియర్గా అందంగా కనిపిస్తున్నాయి. ఆ చుట్టుపక్కల ప్రదేశాలు చూసిన తర్వాత, సూర్యాస్తమయం చూసిన తర్వాత అక్కడి నుండి వెళ్ళిపోదాం అని జాన్ నిర్ణయించుకుంటాడు. కానీ తనకన్నా ముందుగా ఒక ఒంటరి మరాఠా సైనికుడు వెళ్ళడం చూస్తాడు. అతడు ఎలా వెళ్తున్నాడయ్యా అంటే ఏదో దీర్ఘమైన ఆలోచనలో నిమగ్నమైనట్టుగా తలని కింద దించుకుని వెళ్తున్నాడు. ఒక్క నిమిషం తర్వాతే జాన్ ఇంకో విషయాన్ని కూడా గ్రహించాడు. ఏమిటి? ఈ మరాఠా సోల్జర్ని 3 మనుషులు ఫాలో అవుతున్నారు. ఎలా ఫాలో అవుతున్నారయ్యా అంటే ఆ మరాఠా సోల్జర్కి ఏదో అపాయం జరగబోతోంది అన్న విషయాన్ని కూడా జాన్ గ్రహించాడు. All at once, the 3 men drew their swords and rushed upon the solitary figure. But the soldier, with remarkable swiftness, threw off his heavy shawl, drew his sword, and ran to a narrow passage between two blocks of stone. In that position, he waited and was ready for his attackers. All at once, what happened? Three men, those who were following that solitary Maratha soldier, took out their swords and rushed upon that solitary person. But the soldier is also very expert in facing such attacks. So, what he did with a remarkable swiftness, he threw off his heavy shawl and took out his sword and immediately ran to a narrow passage between two blocks of stones. And from that position, he waited for his attackers to come and attack. తక్షణం ఏం జరిగిందంటే ఆ ముగ్గురు వ్యక్తులు తమ వద్దనున్న కత్తుల్ని బయటికి తీశారు. ఆ మహారాష్ట్ర సైనికుడి మీద ఉరికారు. ఆ మరాఠా సోల్జర్ కూడా ఏం తక్కువ తినలేదు. అతను కూడా చాలా అతి తొందరగా తన పైన బరువైన షాల్ని విసిరేసి కత్తిని వెంటనే బయటకు తీసి అక్కడ చాలా నేరోగా ఉన్న ఒక పాసేజ్లోకి వెళ్ళాడు. ఇటుపక్క అటుపక్క రాతి బ్లాక్స్ అడ్డుగా ఉన్నాయి. అక్కడ ఈ అటాకర్స్ని ఎదుర్కోవడానికి రెడీగా ఉన్నాడు. John had no weapon except a stout walking stick because John was on a evening walk, so he didn't carry any weapon along with him, but he had a stout walking stick. But he struck the last attacker with it and knocked him to the ground, so he didn't leave any chance for one attacker to give a slip to him. Immediately, with help of that walking stick, he knocked the attacker down to the ground. The next man turned savagely on John. Savagely means very violently. The second person very violently turned on John and thrust his sword under his arm, and immediately he took his sword and with the help of his sword he attacked John. But it only plunged into his thick overcoat. So his overcoat has saved his life because that overcoat is made of some thick material, and because of that he could save his life. As he withdrew the sword, John fell upon him. So what John did, John started attacking him and using all his strength threw him down and pinned him to the ground. With whatever energy he has, with that John made the second attacker to surrender. He then turned to the remaining two men. So one man is completely got surrendered. So John turned his attention towards the remaining two people. To his surprise, he found that the lone Maratha soldier was none other than the great Shivaji himself. So when he went very close to that lone Maratha soldier, he realized that lone Maratha soldier was none other than Shivaji himself. Though his enemy was taller and stronger, Shivaji more than made up for this by the quickness of his movements and his wonderful skill with his sword. So here Shivaji Maharaj was shorter to the attackers. Though he was shorter, he didn't look back. He covered that by his quickness and quick movements and with his wonderful skills with his sword. It flashed like lightning, and he soon drove it through the heart of the attacker. So, the sword, which was very famous by name Bhavani, because the historians say that sword was given by Bhavani, Lord Bhavani. So he made quick movements with that sword, because of which one can notice flash or lightning, and he made that second attacker to accept his defeat. Shivaji turned to John, who rose to his feet to greet him. So Shivaji identified John. So to give respect to Shivaji, John got up to greet Shivaji. The third attacker, who was very close to John, took the advantage of this and jumped upon Shivaji and attacked him. The man beneath John took advantage of this, leapt to his feet and attacked Shivaji. But he lost his balance and fell over the parapet to the rocks below. So while doing that, that means while jumping on Shivaji, he lost his balance, and from the top of the fort he fell down on the rocks and died. A smile lit up Shivaji's face as he looked at John. So Shivaji accepted John's help with a small smile on his face and looked at him. You have saved my life today and thereby prevented a tragedy. You see, you not only saved my life, but also you prevented a very big danger, a very sad event or situation, especially one that death involves, the tragedy. Ask what you will. So whatever you want, you can ask, for there is nothing I can refuse to one who has done so much for the Maratha people. For here, because you see, you saved my life, not only my life, but also you did a lot of service to these Maratha people. So you ask, whatever you ask, I never refuse to accept your wish. At the Darbar, next morning, the casket was waiting for John at Shivaji Maharaj's Darbar. That casket was kept ready. As soon as John would arrive, immediately to hand over that casket to him. Shivaji also gave him a necklace of precious pearls. So Shivaji, from his side, he gave a gift of a necklace of precious pearls and arranged to send him back to Surat safely. So, like this, the story ends. Thank you for watching the presentation